Today we did get this new Tis the Season set with Galaxy Opal LeBron James, Pink Diamond Yao Ming, Penny Hardaway Opal. Man, obviously it's a W set with a lot of great players in it, so we do need to go over the new Snipe Filters. We got odds 1.2% for a pink diamond and 4% for a diamond, man. So let's get right to the new filters. The first filter we're gonna go over is the Scottie Pippen hard scope filter, man. On this you can actually see his pink diamond, which is obviously worth a ton of MT, and his new ruby card that just dropped. So do not add color ruby or you're gonna be selling yourself, man. Just put your name to Scottie Pippen and you're gonna raise your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest Scottie Pippen on your console, who did just drop in price heavy. He was just going for 11,000 all day. He'd probably go back up a little bit once these cards sell, but right now he's selling for about 8,000 MT. We just sniped one for 5.5k. I'll take that every day of the week, man. I suggest on this filter that you scroll with the cheapest Scottie Pippen up, just like this, man. Oh, we just backed up. I hate when they switch. Give me that 6k one. I want the 6k. We sold, man. It's all good. But you want to scroll with the cheapest one so you know if his price changes, and then you also have the best chance to go ahead and snipe his pink diamond if somehow it pops up for under the price that you're scrolling on. Really good active filter, guys. If your goal is to stack MT, you need to be on this filter or a couple of the other ones, because he's a ruby and he's going for 7, 8, 9,000 MT, man. The next filter we're gonna go over is the Amethyst Eastern Conference filter, man. For this, you wanna put your color to Amethyst, you wanna put your conference to Eastern, and you're gonna scroll your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest Amethyst on this filter, which is gonna be a Series 1 card going for about 6,000 MT on Xbox. I'm not sure on PlayStation. We did get the new set, man, which has an Amethyst in it, and it absolutely crashed the price of that one Amethyst, which is Derek Anderson. He's all the way down to like 2,000 or something on Xbox. So if you want to just put your conference to Eastern, you should be getting pop-ups from the Series 1 players a lot. You can also do theme Amethyst Series 1. They're about the same price. It's up to you what you want to do, man. I think Eastern might be a little bit better, but they're both at the same price range, so it's up to you what you want to work. Whichever one you're having more luck on, you can switch between them, do 30 minutes on one, 30 minutes on the other. However, since the cheapest Amethyst is down to like 2,000 or 3,000, you're gonna get pop-ups for these Series 1's players for 2,000 to 3,000 a lot, and obviously you'll be stacking tons of MT, man. You want to grab the Series 1 Amethyst for about 4,500 and below when they pop up, and then obviously resell them for whatever they're going for. With the Pippen filter, man, you want to grab those cards for 3,000 MT cheaper than whichever the cheapest price is you're scrolling on. The next filter we're going to go over is the diamond cheapest filter, man. For this, you want to put your color to diamond. You're going to raise your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest Ray Lewis, more than likely on both consoles. You want to go ahead and refresh, of course, with the cheapest one up on a scroll just like this, man. Put your buyout down so that way you're on a one scroll. If Marcus Smart pops up on this filter, man, he is definitely more expensive. Grab him, as well as any of the other more expensive diamonds like Paolo, JJJ, Will. I mean, there's a lot of more expensive diamonds that can pop up on here, but right now the cards in the set, Marcus Smart is more expensive, man. Reggie Lewis obviously is cheapest. You want to grab any of these cheap diamonds for about 5,000 MT, cheaper than the cheapest price you're scrolling on, man. So I would grab them for about 15,000 right now if they pop up, and then obviously grab any expensive diamond that pops up for any price on the scroll you're working, as long as you are making profit, man. This filter is going to be really active today. Diamonds are starting to come out of these packs pretty decently, man. So definitely spend some time on here. Hopefully you can get some crazy snipes like a couple Marcus Smarts, man. Last I checked, he was going for 70,000 MT on Xbox. So if you snipe a couple of him, you're in great shape. The next filter we're going to go over is, in fact, the Marcus Smart hard scope filter, man. I do suggest you spend some time on this filter as well. It's going to be pretty darn active. For this, you want to put your name to Marcus Smart. You want to set your color to diamond, and you're going to scroll your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest Marcus Smart on your console, which on Xbox he's still going for around 70,000. It looks like, let me find him, going for 68,000 MT, 66,000, man. So you want to go ahead and check the price every so often. There's no higher expensive cards on here, so you don't need to scroll on this one if you don't want to. I do still like to scroll, but you can see he's going for 66,000 50,600. So I would put my buyout down to 50,000 MT just to ensure that you get profit every time you get a snipe. And then, like I said, every 10-15 minutes, just scroll your buyout up to make sure that his price hasn't dropped heavy, so that way you can definitely make profit every time you get a snipe. For this card, man, I would say to snipe him for about 10,000 MT cheaper than the cheapest one at the least. So we're going for about 15,000. But if you're on PlayStation, you can usually get away with a less of a profit margin and grab them for 10K and below, whatever price he's selling for currently. The next filter we're going to go over is the "'Tis the Season" cheapest filter, which looks like it actually dropped on us a little bit, which is tough, but it's still a really good budget filter, man. For this, you just want to set your theme to "'Tis the Season." You're going to scroll your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest cards on your console. I think on both Xbox and PlayStation, they're going for around 17 to 1800 MT, man. What I suggest, I mean, there are more expensive cards on here, but it might be kind of hard if you're not familiar with sniping and knowing cards prices and which ones to grab. You can just go ahead and put your maximum buyout down to about 1200 MT. Just keep refreshing and snipe absolutely anything that pops up. If you do want to work the scroll, man, you've got Dereck Lively, who's going for more expensive. The rubies are more expensive, and then you also have diamonds and pink diamonds and opals that can pop up on here as well. If you see them on the scroll you're working, obviously grab them as quick as possible, and you're making tons and tons of MT. But most of these golds and emeralds and sapphires, you want to grab them for about 1000 to 1200 MT and then just resell for profit. The next filter we're going to go over is the Dereck Lively Sapphire Hardscope filter, man. For this, just put your name to Dereck Lively, put your color to Sapphire, and you're going to scroll your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest Dereck Lively on your console, which on Xbox is going for about 3800 as well. Obviously, it's the only card on here, so you don't need to hardscope or scroll, if I can speak. I would say to bring your maximum buyout down to about 2700, maybe even 2500 if you want some extra profit, man. But just as usual, check the price every so often to make sure he hasn't dropped down to like 3K, and then you'll be losing MT, man. So Dereck Lively, go ahead and buy him for about 1200 MT, cheaper than the cheapest one that you're working on your console, and then obviously flip him for profit all day long. He's a sapphire. Sapphires normally sell for 1000, 1200 MT. The other sapphire in the set is selling for about 1500 MT, so you should be able to snipe Dereck Lively all day for 1500 and below. The next filter we're going to go over is the small forward high-end filter, man. For this, you just want to put your position to small forward. You're going to raise your minimum bid up to 100,000 MT, put your minimum buyout to 500, and you're going to go ahead and refresh and scroll through the filter, man. It's really a 3 scroll to the 4-hour mark, which is where most snipes pop up. On this filter, obviously you have tons of great options to snipe, including the new Galaxy Opal LeBron James, who can pop up on this filter, as well as tons of pink diamonds. Jimmy MJ might be small forward, I can't remember. You've got Hidu, who you probably want to avoid, man. Mine sold for 100K last night. RJ is a not snipe, obviously. Danny Granger is a pickup AK, don't snipe, man. Most of the diamonds, I don't know if there's any diamonds on this filter specifically any longer that are snipes, not that I'm aware of. But you got LeBron, really good filter. Jaylen Brown, man, you can snipe a ton of expensive cards on this filter. A little bit later, the scroll should get a bit better for you guys. It's kind of, especially with this second Rui that just popped up, man. If you own him, you can go ahead and enable, but if you have any expensive cards in your collection that you do want to snipe, make sure you send them to your auctions whenever you are enabling a filter. But either way, man, 4 scroll is definitely doable. I would still work it, and like I said, in a couple hours it should get a lot better. The next filters we're going to go over are the pink diamond filters. We're kind of just throwing them in all at one. The pink diamond cheapest, pink diamond enabled, and the scroll filter, man. First, we're going to go pink diamond cheapest, which is probably more useful on PlayStation right now. You want to put your color to pink diamond. You're going to raise your maximum buyout up till you find the cheapest pink diamond on your console, and you definitely want to refresh with the cheapest one up on a scroll, so that way you have the best chance to snipe any of the more expensive pink diamonds like Yao Ming, Gerald Wallace, Bob McAdoo, whoever it may be. There's obviously tons and tons of more expensive pink diamonds to snipe. If it's any of the cheapest pink diamonds, you want to grab them for about 20,000 MT cheaper than the cheapest one that you're scrolling on. So if Joe Dumars pops up right now for 72,000, I would be buying it and reselling for profit. But mainly you're working this filter trying to get a high-end snipe to pop up for cheap, or a pink diamond to pop up for really cheap, like under 30k, and just stack tons of profit that way. Really good filters, probably again better on PlayStation than it is on Xbox, but it's definitely worth working on both consoles. The other filter is just this scroll filter, might be a Xbox only filter. For this, you just want to put your color to pink diamond and put your minimum buyout to 500, and then just scroll through till the end, man. We only have 4 pink diamonds up for a buyout right now. That'll probably change later on in a couple hours. Some of these cards from today's set will become buyouts, and then it'll become a very long scroll and won't be able to be worked either. But as of right now, it's definitely workable scrolling through 4 pink diamonds, and that way you can get the snipes that pop up for 100k and resell them for a 100k bid, man. Just obviously know your pink diamond cards, know which ones to buy, because there are quite a few that do not sell for profit if you snipe them for 100k, and then snipe any pink diamond that pops up for under 70k and below, and you're in great shape. And then of course the enabled filter, guys. If you have whatever cards are up for sale for a buyout on your console, you just need to buy the cheapest version of the card. So right now on Xbox, to work the pink diamond enabled filter, you would just need to buy this 92k Joe Dumars, send him to your collection once he finishes pending, and then you would put your color to pink diamond, put your minimum buyout to 500, and turn on this exclude collected cards feature, so that way any cards in your collection will never show up on this filter any longer. Again, like I mentioned earlier, if you have any expensive pink diamonds you do want to snipe in your collection, anytime you're using this filter, make sure you send them to your auctions, so that way you are able to still see that card if it pops up for a buy it now price. The last filter we're gonna go over is the Galaxy Opal filter, man. For this, you just want to put your color to Galaxy Opal, put your minimum buyout to 500, and just keep refreshing, man. I feel like between the consoles, we have got to see at least 5 Opal snipes today. I feel like today is gonna be crazy. Everybody's ripping packs, man. So between consoles, I think there's 5 Opal pop-ups today. So if you're trying to get one of them, spend some time on this filter. Obviously, I don't think this is the best use of time if you're trying to make just the most MT per hour sniping. But if you're looking for a high-end snipe, man, today might be the day. I know PlayStation already saw a LeBron James pop up for 500 MT, which is absolutely mind-blowing. But could be the time for us to start seeing more Opal snipes starting this week and going forward, because of all the drops we're going to be getting, and just the odds should be increasing ever so slowly, man. But that's it for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you did, smash the like button for me. I would appreciate it. If you guys want to see the snipes of the week video that we dropped yesterday, click the video that's popping up on screen. Jay Grinds out.